Hello.
I wanted to continue that conversation. Thank you so much for bringing up that topic. I guess I wanted to say something about what I'm experimenting with because a lot of the
Sure.
patterning has been that combination of anger, but then that energy getting shut down by that feeling of helplessness. Like that is a really common cycle for me. And one of the things that I think that I've actually learned relationally from you and Lubo about, well, I guess I want to say that first. One of the things that I most appreciate about each of you individually and together is the relationality that you model with each other, with other humans, with emotions, with events, with, being isolated from each other in the US when you tried to come here, which is one of the things that makes me very angry as an
Oh,
American.
oh yeah. Totally welcome
Yeah.
anger for that. Yeah.
So one of the things I've been experimenting with the energy here to not let that helplessness suppress it, right, is to kind of recognize that it is the same energy as love. It's an expression of love for life, for humanity, for justice, for whatever, and um, that feeling the love that's underneath it, even if there's nothing I can do immediately to change the situation, it at least then can express as um, as a desire or a prayer of some sort, or
Yeah.
and combining this with the we don't know what's going on, which is so freeing. I don't know that transformation of that anger and fear into love isn't adding something to the field that's going to make a change
Yeah.
in a way that I can't anticipate. Um, because otherwise, again, the habit here has been just to go into kind of a shutdown. And that's part of what I'm trying to recognize and
Mm,
free. I
mm,
don't know
Yeah.
if you any
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Helplessness is, yeah, very innocent again, like you recognize it as coming from love. Everything here comes from love. Helplessness is also could be again self-aware identification. I won't make any change. What kind of change I'm gonna make? Yeah. I'm like a small, separate individual. I'm such a tiny little part of the whole world. It's like me and the whole world. What difference I'm gonna make? That's what hopelessness could say if it has like a voice to speak. It's like, well, what's the point, right? Yeah. But we experiencing what we have to experience, this is how we make difference. We make the difference. Maybe for some. I was doing an experiment with like for 3 months, I think. I was donating every day in we have one Revolut app. So there are several causes there, charities or whatever. So I was donating every day, and my small amount, like every day different, but just small amounts, not a. And I was like thinking, oh, that's just such a small thing, but I'll do it anyway. And then I noticed that there is a uh, like the whole amount that is being collected and your contribution. And when you see your contribution to the big one, it's like, wow, but the big one is because of mine as well. So this is what I felt. Yeah, our experience matters. What we feel matters. And this is how we make change. But the change, as we all know, it's inside out, right? It has to be first here. I'm curious, the helplessness, what's the narrative, or what's the story around that? Does it say something?
Oh, I think it's just a pattern learned in childhood when I was helpless to change the circumstances. So I recognize that it's part of what I was thinking earlier in the discussions today about what arises for me is this is the kind of physical shutdown. So even as there's more freedom intellectually and emotionally, kind of less attachment to concepts, there's still a lot of training that seems to exist muscularly,
Yeah.
about holding back. So it is that kind of constellation of not acting. But it's also quite true that as you all were discussing, that in a lot of these situations, there isn't an action that can be taken, but recognizing what's happening in my body and not letting the habitual shutdown happen, but letting that anger percolate into what it's going to percolate, and recognizing that it is an energy that at the very least can keep me open to new possibilities so that I might see more and might.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's keeping us open. Right on point.
Yeah.
And then something arises.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you go.
Well, I just wanted to say again, I so appreciate, I don't know what to call it besides energy, that you bring to these questions, and the curiosity and the experimentation and all of the relationality on every level of experience. So it's important in this non-dual space to me to have people like you modeling something that is different than just the conceptual understanding and the kind of it's not that you're not unpacking the layers, obviously you are, but you're also modeling what the possibilities are on the other side of that. And that's why I'm here. So I so appreciate it.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, thank you for this openness. Yeah, it was painful to not participate in life. This is how we came back in life, both me and Lubo. It was really painful. Yeah. Again, we just retreated from life somehow. Escape. It was not fun. It isn't fun. It doesn't feel like in alignment, this word, if I can use it. It's not like organic. It feels off. And it feels off because it's not meant to be like that. And then when you brought here that non-dual part, it's here, it's all that. And what I notice, if it is not embodied, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, make any difference. Again, we can have tons of insights and aha moments and shifts and everything, but if there is no, how to say, goodness in the daily life, so what's the point? Yeah. I'm passionate about that. Thank you.
Thank you.